organization series. I'm so glad that you guys are loving it because I am loving filming it. I have done so far with the home edit, my pantry, my underneath the bathroom sink, so like bathroom organization, and now today's episode is gonna be the laundry room. You might be looking at me like I'm a crazy person and being like, you're really gonna go all that extra in your laundry room? The answer is yes. There's just something about before you have a baby that people say you go into nesting mode. A lot of people, when they're in nesting mode, are like washing baby's clothes and folding them and getting diapers and all that stuff. I have none of that stuff done. But I'm getting full-on organization in my closets and under my sinks and in my laundry rooms and stuff like that under control. I'll get all that stuff done towards the end. Also, like, we don't know what the baby is, so it's pretty gender neutral. And if you guys have watched my content, you know that my designer already knows the gender of the baby. I do not. And she will be doing the whole nursery, so I have nothing to do with that. So I'm just trying to nest as I can, so here we are. If you are living under a rock and don't know who the home edit is, they actually just got a series on Netflix. I love the girls from the home edit. They're two of my friends, Clea and Joanna. They're actually based in Nashville, so we've been friends for a while, and I've always wanted to do my closets with them. So when I finally got a house with big enough spaces to organize, that was one of the things that I was like, I know it's a splurge to have them actually come into your home and do this, but I'm gonna do it. And I wanna do a whole series on it so I can show other people how you can do this in your homes too. Because what's amazing is they've written a book and they have a line in the Container Store. All of this stuff I'm gonna show you, you can get at the Container Store. And now the home edit has a specific line in the Container Store where you can literally buy their bins and drawers and dividers, or you can even buy their actual stickers with the script on it, all kinds of different things. Even though you may not live in a city where the home edit is, you can do this yourself or some version of it. So before you get started organizing your space, there's a key thing that you have to do. And a lot of organizers say the same thing, that you have to do this. You have to get everything out. You can't halfway organize the space. It's always gonna get messy again. So that's what we did at the very beginning. We literally went through all of these drawers, all of these cabinets, and we got every single thing out. So once you get everything out, you kind of assess and see what you have a lot of, a little of. You get the products that you think that you want or are gonna need. And what I like too is, just because it looks really nice too, you have back stock of these items. That's kind of the way that the home edit does it. They're a little bit opposite of the minimalist approach, like Marie Kondo, where she's you only need one ink pen. They're you need about 17 or 20 ink pens, which I'm fine with. I'm gonna start with under the sink. This is something that if you're gonna do an under the sink space or any sort of pantry or closet, you really need to measure, get out a measuring tape and measure your space. Measure the height and the width. Before you walk into the Container Store and find the containers that you want, you might want some of the ones I use, you may want a totally different look. You have to measure your space because you really want to utilize your space well. So when we started doing this, we wanted drawers that were deep enough to where we could store a lot of things. And you guys will see what I'm talking about when I show you these spaces. So this is space number 1. So in this space, as you can see, we've just got some overstock of some different household items. So I like to use a laundry room kind of as a household storage space also. Maybe you do this in your pantry, maybe you do this in one of your cabinets or something like that. Maybe you do it in your garage. I had this space, and I'm also putting a piece of art up here. So I utilized mine for that. So here to the left, and you see how we did the rainbow. These are actually the home edit bins too, and these are gonna range, I think these are $17.99 or one is $29.99, if you get one with the dividers in it. I'm gonna link every single product below that I got at the Container Store. So we've got first aid here. We've got just everything kind of first aid back there. And as you can see, there's these little dividers in there that's really gonna keep everything nice and organized and separated. And then you've got some tissues. So these are just tissues that you can put in your purse. You know, people get sick in the wintertime and stuff like that, and it's always nice to have these things on hand. And then you've got toilet paper rolls and everything kind of back there and some backstock tissue. even though Kyle has made it known on his Instagram that sometimes he doesn't pick up Doug's poop. We have overstock poop bags. He's gotten a lot better about that lately. So these are the little containers these are also from the Container Store, and they're priced lower than these. I think these are, hang on, I wrote them down on a piece of paper. I'll find it. I'll just link it below. And so we've got 2 different types here. I just feel like it looks really good like that with the colors. Then we've got batteries. You know, if you have children, that batteries are always a must to have batteries on hand. And we go through batteries like crazy. And then we've got this little light bulb section. So as you can see in the battery one, we've kind of got these different dividers. So you can buy these from the Home Edits line in the Container Store. You can buy them with drawer dividers. You can just buy them with the drawers. But you can see, like, and these are like always sold out. See how it's kind of like you've got this piece so that you can stack a drawer on top of the other drawer, but then the drawer still pulls out. Super nice. I also have a divider in this one as well. So that is under the sink, and doesn't that just make you feel like you got your life together? It makes me feel like I've got my life together. While I'm here on the nasty laundry room floor, let me just show you where we store Doug's food. So Doug's food, where we feed him, is in the laundry room. So we keep his food in a container in the laundry room. We had done this before, but we actually switched out the container. So instead of dog food, it says Doug food. You can even buy like custom labels like this on the Home Edits website. I'll link that also. I can't remember how much they are, but they're custom. You can literally say anything. You can say your child's name and something. You can say anything that you might be storing that's something that's not just the run-of-the-mill things. So this container here, I think it was like $16 or so. It's on rollers. So you roll it in and out. And then we usually put our broom and our vacuum back there. We bought that Dyson from Best Buy like when we were living in the old house, and it's lasted us a long time. So now let's move over. Here's the washer and dryer. And above the washer and dryer are another set of shelves. So I'm actually gonna have Kyle come in here and hold this while I explain how we did these shelves. So you have first this cabinet with these shelves. So I have a bunch of different types of containers from the Container Store. They basically have like everything that you're gonna need to organize any space. So I'll link their general website, and then I'm sure you have one that you can walk into. I'll link all of the ones that we use here. So in the top, well, what they said, something that I think is a really good tip, always put the things that you use the most on the bottom shelves. So you see baby laundry, we're about to use that a lot, and we use it a lot with Ford. We've got some dryer sheets, and then we've got some regular laundry detergent. Those are my hero items that I'm using all the time, so I can reach for those. And these bins like are pretty easy to pull out and just like grab things out of them. Up here is like stain removal, clothing care, things that you use and they look really pretty up there and nice, and they don't really like expire for a long time. So it's a nice thing to kind of keep up there and keep your cabinets looking great. And it's something that you're not going to use as much as like your regular detergents. And then on the very top shelf, I have things that I don't use quite as much. They're like scent boosters, cleaning gloves. You've got some pods. Those are just like scent boosting pods. We've got some little like bags for undergarments and like different things like that. And then dryer balls. Like if you have something that you feel like lets off a lot of that lint and stuff like that, you can throw one of those in there. But those are things that I use rarely. So I really like how they did like the nice clean white things at the top, how you kind of did the bright loud colors in the middle, and then how you did the items that you use a lot that are really accessible, that are kind of neutral here at the bottom. And then finally we've got this cabinet. So in this cabinet we have more of the cleaning supplies, and as you can see, the Home Edit really likes to do color sections, and they've kind of done that with this. So you've got a lot of blues and greens and purples, and that's just like really pleasing to the eye, I feel like. So this is just like this Myers, the organic, the multi-surface cleaner, some Windex, some more Windex here, glass cleaner. See how even like in the back they put just regular white washcloths. It just kind of fills the space and makes it look nice. And these are things that I tend to grab for more. We do have people that help clean the house, but like I do, especially like, you know, filming a lot in here and like hands being everywhere with babies' hands and stuff like that. Like I'm grabbing for these things a lot. So then next up you have all of the wipes. So
You have just like the Clorox disinfecting wipes that you're going to use a lot more, and then you've got the granite ones just for our countertop, and then the method ones. I'm pretty strict, like after I have a baby, that I want everything to be kind of more natural and organic, so I've got both options. And then you've got hand soap up there. If you know about having a new baby, especially having a new baby in the fall, I feel like you just get really crazy about people washing their hands. And I can remember when Ford was born, like as soon as somebody would walk into the house, I was like, how much are you telling them to wash their hands? Everyone says the second one that you're a lot more laxed, so we shall see. But I have all different types, lavender and basil and lemon and just some different types. And then I've got sponges between those. As you can see, like we use those, I think those are called Inner Design, or I'm gonna link the Lazy Susans. We used those acrylic ones in my pantry a lot, and I really like those. Those are one of my favorite products to use for organizing, because you don't waste any space, so you can spin those around. And then at the top I've just got Kleenexes. It's nice to like fill space if you have one like random shelf like that at the top. And then of course, like cold and flu season coming up, it's nice to have things like that. I also have just this step stool because I usually will climb on top of this, but I get in trouble for climbing on top of this, 9.5 months pregnant. And then, like I said, we're thinking about putting a piece of art here above the sink, and possibly, instead of having this drying rack on the ground, getting some sort of drying rack for right here. But if I can recommend anything, make sure your space is for you. Make sure your space is versatile. Make sure your space has the things that you like to use and that your family likes. Don't just put something in there because I have it in there or because the home edit has it in a picture. Unless you're doing like partial staging, which is where you kind of put things that don't expire much but kind of make the cabinets look nice in there too. But you know, you can even do like the smallest space like this and make the biggest difference. There's really something about like your peace of mind when you feel like things are organized, or at least there is for me. So I just wanted to show you this one. This one's a little bit of a quicker video because the laundry room is a smaller space, and household items and stuff like that, they're easier to do. The next one in the series is going to be our closets. A his closet organization and a her closet organization. These are going to be really intense, and I've had a lot of you guys request that we show the actual process of pulling things out, of decluttering, of how you choose the containers and like labeling them. So we're going to do 2 separate videos and really let go into the nitty-gritty of that so you guys can see the behind the scenes. So thanks so much for watching this laundry room household item organization video, and I'm so glad you guys are loving this series.